Hello everyone and welcome to our demo. For our project we implemented a wide-ranged emotion analysis on tweets. Specifically tweets related to the coronavirus and from countries within the EU, so the European Union. This way we can take a closer look at how people feel about the pandemic and about how they feel about the decisions taken around them. So after scraping tweets, cleaning data, translating all the tweets, applying the emotion analysis and executing some operations on our datasets, we created a Power BI project to visualize the results of the emotion analysis. Now, unfortunately, we are unable to sign in due to some issues with our UGent accounts, which makes us unable to publish our project, which means that the demo will be given within the Power BI project board. Now let's just get into it. The first page is a bit of a general page showing some statistics for every emotion. And let's take a look at this first graph over here. This is a box plot showing the minimum and maximum, the first quarter and third quarter, the average, so the mean, which is this black dot, and the median, which is this line, for every single emotion. So our emotions are, for the record, amusement, anger, annoyance, awe, fear, indifference, joy, and sadness. Now do note that for this plot, the values used to create this box plot are actually already averages. So the average is taken for every single day. So this max value, for example, is the average of one day for all countries. Then next to that we have a radar chart showing the variance of the emotional values. This radar chart is shown separately. It could also be deduced from this box plot, but it's shown separately because this better shows the relation between the different emotions. Then moving on, we also have a pie chart of emotions. This chart, let's say, shows the emotion on the emotion spectrum, so how much space it fills in. We also show some of the most frequently used words within tweets. And then this is an overview of the tags used to find the corona related tweets. And finally we also have the total amount of tweets. Now there is some extra functionality to this page. We can, for example, select a specific day using this play button. So right now we are on April the 14th, and we can go, yeah, sometimes it's a little buggy. We can go to April the 15th. This shows us the amount of tweets used or posted for that day. The pie chart, however, I do not find this very useful, but it's automatic, shows the percentage also related to the total percentage, and the box plot show the values of that day. So like I said, the values are related to one day, so this will actually show just the one value. And then we can go around it. Also the words get updated. So for example, on April 12th, which is Easter, we can see that it says Happy Easter as most frequently used words. Then we can also filter on specific countries, for example Belgium, and we can see that for Belgium the variance of emotional values of awe and anger is more similar, meaning that there are some very angry tweets, but also some tweets that are not angry at all. And these values get updated as well. We can also see the amount of tweets for that country. Then moving on to the next page. It just takes a second to load in. We have pages for every single emotion. Now this page shows the amusement. So once again the total amount of tweets are shown. Then the over here the amount of average amusement for each day is shown in a timeline. Notice that this is actually a time gap, but we included this last data so that some countries with very few tweets would have more data. Plus more data is always a good thing. Over here is also a word cloud with the most used words for that page, and then here we can see related to the average amusement values which country has a more positive values. So Hellas and Ireland, for example, are more amused than other countries. Over here we also have a map of the of Europe with the countries of the European Union highlighted. This map also shows the amusement, but more on a geographical scale, let's say. It's a color map, so countries that have higher values in amusement will have darker colors, and countries with less amusement will have lower colors. Now, once again, there is some functionality here. By hovering over a country, we can see the value, and by selecting that country, I actually don't know why Hellas is called Greece, but I guess it's some code. We can see the word cloud specifically for Greece, which is obviously that they use Greece a lot. We can also see the timeline of amusement for Greece, and well, this remains the same. Now we can also select a day once again to see the amount of tweets and to see the amusement relative to each day. And once again we can see here that Easter is one of the most popular words that contribute a lot to amusement. As we can also see over here, there's quite a peak. Then we actually have the same types of pages for every other emotion. So anger, annoyance, awe, once again we can see on Easter there's a peak, and for example sadness, there's a negative peak over here, a minimum, meaning that, well, on April not many people were very sad on Easter. And over here we can also see that words related to sadness would be like dead, died, death once again, workers. Some people get pretty sad from working, I guess. And that's about it for the demo. There's also one extra functionality that if you press a day here, it also changes. So it also shows the words for that specific day and the color map for the countries for that specific day. Thank you for listening.